Hey everyone, it's Teddy, aka James Kazal on MTGO, and coming back. It's still a heat wave out here. Looked at the footage from last time. It was kind of hard to see the thermostat last time, so let's try a little harder. Yeah. Okay. No way y'all missed it that time. That was clear as day, I'm sure. Check the camera. Great. And as always, I'll edit that part out. So, Grixis Control, kind of in a strange spot in the metagame right now. A lot of people are calling the format lame duck. There has been a huge focus around scam, and not just blue black or Scamnator, which is scam with a combo built in, but also mono black scam, splashing blue for Psychic Frog. Because a lot of the time, those decks don't have pure card advantage. They have Grief, which is like card advantage under most circumstances, but I guess if your opponent's already hellbent, it's kind of just a 3-2 with good evasion. Psychic Frog being introduced into that archetype has given them a real way to hit some gas. Nethergoyf also is pretty strong at being tenacious and representing virtual card advantage. So we're sticking with Cling to Dust. I mean, that shouldn't really be too much of a surprise. Like, I'm always on Cling to Dust, no matter what. But I'm also going to try Spell Pierce, because it seems like a fun card and can better fight this faster meta, kind of get underneath things. I haven't seen anyone play Beanstalk in a long time, so that's not really the main concern with Spell Pierce. I'm also pretty high on Blood Moon these days. Not only does it beat out Eldrazi decks, even Linebreaker is really difficult to cast through Blood Moon because Linebreaker also requires colorless alongside its red cost. But also there are the Planar Nexus Tron decks. Since Planar Nexus turns Urza's Tower into an automatic vault land, I think that's what I'm going to coin that term, unless people already call it that. If it taps for 2, it's a soul land. If it taps for 3, it's a vault land, right? Like Mana Vault. Anyways, I've been high on Blood Moon for that reason. Nile Spellbomb, I've landed on that over Vexing Bauble. I think it has more application widespread, but I'm not completely off Vexing Bauble. I'd be down to try it again someday. And we're also going to see Jace come back since I'm down to 2 Psychic Frogs again. Final answer. I think when I make my sideboard guide, it's going to be for the 2 Frog version. Um, yeah, we just want more late game power. I can't remember which league it was, but I was sitting around looking like, oh man, this is really what I have to win the late game with? Just these Psychic Frogs? It doesn't feel like the Grixis Control I remember and love. So I'm going to bring back Jace. Soren still, unfortunately, feels pretty power crept out, but I'm not opposed to reintroducing either Soren or From the Catacombs to the list. But let's do a little more tuning, a little more playing. I think this will be a fun league. Also, Consigned to Memory, really cool card. It has supplanted Flusterstorm quite nicely recently, I've found, and I have not missed Flusterstorm at all. I mean, I'm even adding Spell Pierce back before Flusterstorm, for goodness sake. So that should tell you something. Should tell you something. Um, okay, well, I completely lost my train of thought. I think that's it. Huge thank you to Magnus, new Patreon subscriber this month. If you want to see even more content like this, I upload a lot of really cool matches to my Patreon. Pledges $2 a month. You get full access to the back catalog of every match I've ever uploaded there. You can DM me if you have weird questions. Um, and yeah, I'd really appreciate it. We're also making the climb towards 1,000 subs because it's at that point YouTube will actually start to compensate you, even though I'm sure they've gotten quite a bit of ad revenue off my videos at this point. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Then I'll be able to devote more time and energy to this channel and make it even better or competent. All right, let's get in there. Welcome to the league, everyone. We got a Thoughtseize Force of Will hand. There's only one land in it, but we're pretty good at finding lands, and opponent's milling to 5, so I think we're going to want this kind of interaction. It might not matter too much that we have to wait for our lands. If we can just stop them from going off, they're likely going to be in a similar situation of needing to top deck something specific. But let's see. Oh, they got Planar Nexus. Okay. And Vexing Bauble. That's a little rough on our force. But I'm going to act like I don't really care. Yeah. They don't have that much mana either. It's weird. Planar Nexus on its own only taps for 1. If they find Urza's Tower, all of a sudden they have 4. But yeah, for the moment, kind of just chilling. Right now. And we can start clocking pretty hard with these Bowmasters. It's probably more responsible to surveil and try and hit land number 3. But also, we're not going to win a long game against this deck. So let's start dealing that dam. It's short for damage. I've been trying to get that to catch on for a long time. Send that dam. Alright, folks, Force of Will's back on. That's nice. Or they just have another Vexing Bauble. I don't know. Not one of our better matchups here. They tend to go over the top of us. But if we can get underneath them and just stop them where it matters. And Nimble Obstructionist is very good at doing that. That being said, I think I will invest in Narset here. They usually rely on the One Ring to do their really nasty stuff. I'm going to take Brainstorm. It's a good pitch for Force, and also Kolaghan's Command can struggle for targets in this matchup. It's like, not Vexing Flute, what's it called? Disruptor Flute. And that's kind of about it. Mazavith is very annoying. Gonna have to just fight our way through that. Take Jace for sure. Yeah. There's our land for Jace. That's gonna do some cool stuff next turn. This dog is the funniest bark. I'm not sure if that's coming through on mic. It might have come through on a couple earlier videos too. Yeah, sounds like a big old doofus. It's very cute. And I don't think it's really compromising the record too much. We'll see if I have to really edit this out. Caracas? Okay. So if I draw Tameo, probably want to pitch that to Force. A Spirit Guide really confused me for a second. I'm just going to Edict it. Edict doesn't do anything else while Spirit Guide's around anyways, and if I draw a Bolt, honestly probably want to cast it skyward. Another land ain't so bad. We'll cast Jace. This should give us what we need to finish this game out in style. Second Force is sweet. Yeah, I think I'm in the stage where I just want to keep good cards. And if I have to pitch them to Force, I gotta pitch them to Force, you know? It's just how it be. Send for 2 damage here. Can Surveil at the end of turn. But yeah, they're probably gonna look to do something very soon. And like, playing Brazen Borrower out as an attacker isn't really that impactful. I think we just want to diversify our 1/1s. Bajuka Bog is a little annoying, but it should be fine. What is going on with that dog? It's so funny. This looks like it could be crop rotation. It's just another Spirit Guide. That's pretty annoying. But yeah, I'll just use Bowmasters to bust through it, I think. Yeah, sure. Unsummon would be pretty funny too. Okay, Psychic Frog's not really going to do anything, unfortunately. I think I'll go like that. And then like that. Gotta hold up Nimble Obstructionist, because they do have lines that can kind of just like, out of nowhere, make things really difficult for me. Oh, I could get an extra point in here, but like I said, just gotta hold up Nimble. Be chill. Whoa. What's your last card? Oh, it doesn't seem very relevant, whatever it is. Orcish Bowmasters. Quite a pushed card. I could even be plussing with Jace, but I don't think that's very good. Like what, I put a bomb to the bottom and then they draw another one? They're through a lot of lands in their deck. I mean, the deck does run a lot of lands, but it still is wholly possible that there's two bombs strung together, you know? So we're not going to play with fire like that. What the heck? Is Kozilek's command? Sure is. Force that. No, we're not going to hardcast. Oh, they forgot to Maze of Ith. Now I could rip 2 bolts. Unfortunately not. Yeah. Alright. My deck is mostly lightning bolts now. Well, and ponders. And brainstorms. Cloud Post. I think my number of lethal cards... Oh wait, no, they only have 1 Maze of Ith. So yeah, this is lethal if I cast both of these 3-1 beaters here. Okay, that's good enough for them. Cool. Well, I wouldn't say we so much won that game as more like our opponent lost that game. Nonetheless, like, we did the thing. Spell Pierce? Is Spell Pierce any good? I don't know. They're a big mono deck, actually. Consign to Memory is great. Blood Moon is great. Meltdown, I don't think is that great. Cling to Dust, not very impactful. Lightning Bolt, not great either. They have Caracas, but Tamiyo is still pretty darn good. Ah, Kozilek's command. The card is busted. It just does everything. It's removal, card draw, ramp, grave hate. I feel like I said that in another video. Just like, damn. Why'd they give Eldrazi a command that does everything? I watched Brian Koval from Bosch and Roll. Everyone who watches this channel probably knows who that is. And yeah, we're on a first name basis. The Eldrazi aggro video, and he reflexively called Kozilek's command K command, and then he said, I apologize to James Kazao and the Grixis community. And I thought it was very funny. Another Thoughtseize Force Hand. I think it's good. You're keeping 7 this time. Are they going to go Vexing Bauble again? No, they're not. They're going to play a tapped Cloud Post. So already it feels like they're going to have more mana than last game. Basic Mountain was a rough draw. It is the worst land in the deck, except when it's the best one. They do have Vexing Bauble. Do I care? Not really. They have a lot of good cards. Although if I could force Crop Rotation, that'd be pretty sweet. But also if I take Vexing Bauble, I'm just telling them I have Force of Will, which is stupid. So I'll take the One Ring. Sure. Sure. Okay, maybe Meltdown would have been okay. I'll concede Meltdown would have been okay. Nice. I think. Cast Ponder. Alright. Clocking is cool. But I don't know if I'll really want to do that. I should ponder again. Yeah, I should really ponder again. The coast will be clear. These cards are all really good. But are they good enough? Can they beat this deck? They don't have any action yet. Maze of Ith, huh? Kozilek's command, huh? They might do that thing they did last game too, when I cast Bowmasters and cash their baubles in, or at least one of them, and then K-Command get the other one. Sure. And then even though it's kind of a bummer to cast Jace, like maybe in that scenario I can pitch it to... Yeah, they're doing it even without me casting Bowmasters. They can pitch it to Force of Will. I guess they don't have that much mana yet. And it's kind of cumbersome for them to get green. Ooh, Ayavugan. Eish. Oh, eish. Okay. Now what? Damn. This might get them to cast Kozilek's Command. At which point I probably just bounce Bobble and then force it. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's okay. That one I don't mind so much. Basic Forest. That's not good if we ever find Blood Moon. Not good for our Blood Moon, that is. Also, I should probably just cast Bowmasters now and not wait for them to... Well, that's not true. That would give up on me doing the Brazen Barber thing I talked about. They got Maze of Ith. They got 2 lands that aren't making mana right now. Well, Ayavugan is kind of making mana for Kozilek's Command. They might fire in response here. We'll see. They want Vexing Bauble. So what do I do about that? Are they gonna let me attack? They are. That's really interesting. They also didn't use Maze of Ith, which is really strange. If I knew there was a land underneath, I would crack this clue token, but I don't think I can. I don't think that's allowed. I think I need to force that. I'll have them discard. They probably take the card here. They can probably realistically shrug off, yeah, this extra pressure. Curious to see what they drop. Surely not the forest. They dropped the forest. Jace is a much better card. But yeah, I'm not going to really rely on finding a land, you know? We'll do that. Also, yeah, they... Yavimaya? Okay. Oh, God. It's becoming clear just how incredibly pushed it is. Okay, so... Now what? Can't really bounce it, obviously. Opposition Agent. Killing me. God, that would have been so good. That would have been so good. As it is, I think I probably don't have time to pull this off. Unless they wait till my end step to activate Ayavugan. I don't know why they would. But if they do, we might be able to clip it. Because Kozilek's Command on a Opposition Agent would cost... That would cost, what, 5 mana? It's kind of a lot. Activate this clue if it will let me. A little bit of lag. There we go. Damn it. Well, there's always my next draw step for the land, I guess. But, not feeling great. They might just blow their Kozilek's Command right now. They can cast it for 5. Yep. Scry 4, no big deal. Or I miscounted somehow. 1, 2, 3. 2 top, 2 bottom. Shoot. Well, one cool thing is that my army can stand up to the Myco spawn now. But an uncool thing is that they scried 2 top. Glimmer Post, that's pretty good. Karn? Are you gonna Latisse? Can you Latisse? Oh, you can totally Latisse. Hey, Latisse. Alright, let's pack it up. Oh, bit of a stumble there. Maybe I should have accepted that, keeping a 1-lander. I don't know how true that is, though. We're always trying to win on the thinnest margins anyways, so fuck that. They have Karn, huh? Bolt gets a little better. Yeah, I'll cut Jace. We're really going to try and get underneath them here. Oh, Consign would have been banger that whole game. It's good against Myco Spawn, good against Karn. Not good against Crop Rotation. Do I even want Cling to Dust at all? Maybe I just want more Bowmasters. Not too late. I've learned nothing. This hand in general is weak, though. Okay. I'll keep that one. Try and thin my draws with 3 fetches. And 3 fetches equals Blood Moon pretty comfortably on the play. See what we can do. This Ponder needs to be good. If it's not, this Brainstorm needs to be good. What do I do about that? Yeah, I guess I take lane number 4. It is rectifiable with Brainstorm. And Waterlogged Teachings for Opposition Agent on an end step where they tap out is pretty good. It's pretty darn good. Only problem with this Brainstorm is that I know one of them is a land. So that's not good. But maybe the other 2 cards will be fire. You never know. They could be fire. Are they going to be fire? I really hope they're fire. They didn't play Vexing Bauble. Ugh. I might regret that. What's the deal? Oh. Well, as long as they don't name Scalding Tarn, I think we're okay. Back to basics, don't run it. Watch me top deck Blood Moon, that would be funny. Is back to basics just more accepted in the meta right now? I guess it technically kind of messes with my mana a little less than Blood Moon. That's not actually that true, though. Also, they have Below Seiju over there, so we also gotta do this when they're tapped out. Ponder. Crap. But I'll take it. Oh, man. Like, how much time do we really have, you know? I feel like not that much. Sure, they're floundering right now. But how long is that gonna last for? Grab Volk. Okay, Brainstorm, I guess. There's frickin' Blood Moon. I need them to tap out, though. Alright, if I can just get them to tap out, play something cool, let me force it, then I'll cast Blood Moon. They're incentivized to do something, like Tamiyo's around. They're not even playing Blow Seiju? Bow Seiju? Why do I keep saying that? Do I just take the ramp? I'll redraw. Brazen Barber does so much. I feel like I can likely force some action with Waterlogged Teachings. Okay. Well, it just resolved. Kind of went into the zone there for a second. Do I force Dismember? I think it's likely I do. There's a lot of things I cannot abide. They're just not tapping out, though. And it's driving me mad. I need them to stop being so suspicious. There's nothing going on over here. Dude. Not cool. I mean, I guess I can hardcast Force now, but... Karak? Yeah, let's try and preserve some more mana here. Cling. Dude. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Why must I flood? I'm not that overrated on lands, I guess. I'm through 12. 12 of 19. I guess that is pretty overrated, actually. Yes. There's Carney Baby. Yeah, I want them to go in on this a little further. Get something and then cast it, please. Then I sneak in a Blood Moon. And you can't Boseiju it. Because I feel like they probably want to do something that prevents opposition agent from just attacking it off the field, right? Like Ensnaring Bridge. That won't work though, they have a lot of cards in hand. So yeah, it's gotta be Walking Ballista. Okay, there's Boseiju. Beautiful. Force of Will. Great. Well, they played out the Boseiju now. It feels like there's no reason to even... Whatever. It's all good, man. I don't want to draw one of the other basics either, so let's get him out. Ooh, Consign to Memory, that's really good. I suppose I should also Thought Seize, right? Make sure this Blood Moon resolves. Huh? Oh no. Oh no. What do I do about that? I have no removal spells in my graveyard. I mean, I can counter Latisse pretty easily. I guess I need to just let that happen, huh? Okay. I really want to crack that clue, so that's kind of a bummer. I could also... Well, I can't Teachings for Bolt and then also still cast Blood Moon. It's pretty important I cast Blood Moon. I could Tamiyo for Brainstorm, though. Which could turn land into something better. Yeah, there's 2 bolts. There's a K command. That'd be pretty good. I'm not really interested in trying to ultimate Tamiyo. That's way too far away. Yeah, fuck the Thoughtseize. I mean, forget the Thoughtseize. Get that. Cast it. Make sure not to pick up any back to basics. Oh, crap. That's not good either. Oh boy. I don't think I want to swing again. But I suppose in case of emergency I should keep it around, right? I'll cast Strix at least. One more look at it. Nope. Alright. It's going to be up to Consign to Memory to do a lot of work here. Not loving it. Also, all that waiting from the tap out turns out wasn't very important because they also have Elvish Spirit Guide that can help them channel Boseiju. They can start picking off my clue tokens if they want to increase Karn's loyalty. They can also plus on Disruptor Flute, probably figuring out that I don't have any back to basics in my deck. And pressure Tamiyo. I will block for sure. Yeah, we've got to be almost through our lands though. 31 cards. Yeah, there's only 5 lands left. So that's good. That part's good. Oh, Ugin. And yeah, they're picking off my clue. Oh, Ugin. That'll be a problem eventually. Another Strix, okay. Plus there. Cast Brainstorm. Okay. Can't give up on Consign. So I gotta wait until next turn to do anything. Guess I'll just attack Karn, right? Or will I? I don't think I will. Because then they can attack Tamiyo for 2. I guess that wouldn't be that bad. I don't know. I don't think it makes too much of a difference if Karn has 2 or 1 loyalty. Well, it kind of does. Not as much of a difference as having Tamiyo around, though. Okay, there's Bajuka Bog. And 7 mana. 7 red, mind you. So no Kozilek's Command. No Myko spawn. Attacking Tamiyo. Wonder if I just let that go. No, I don't think so. I think I do trade. And I could draw a card with Cling to Dust. It's got to be more important to pressure Karn, though. Like, let's be real. Now, if they want to make a wish, Karn will have no loyalty. So that's kind of bad for Karn, if you ask me. Now let's play Psychic Frog and try and run away with this game. Oh my god. I need to sharpen up. I need to sharpen up. This is getting out of control. And pretty soon, they can cast Ulamog. Starting next turn, they can cast Ulamog. I mean, Consign destroys Ulamog, but still, think about it. Think about Ulamog for 1 second, and think about if it's a card that you want to face. I would say no. I can't believe I missed that Tamiyo activation. That is perfect proof of my insanity. My heat wave induced insanity. True pain. And suffering. Ensnaring Bridge, I don't really care. Dude, I don't care about that card. Or do I? 1 second. I need to find out if I care about this card. Oh wait, don't I know what the top card of my deck is? That's right, it was Basic Mountain. I mean, Frog can still attack unless they dump their other 2 cards. Just triple checking. Yeah, my deck is like mostly Kolaghan's commands now. I say let them have it. If they can't cast anything, it's like at most they're dropping 1 card a turn. Alright, right on time. Tamiyo needs to stick around. And what else? I think I have them discard. Well, let's cast this first, actually. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Return target creature. Destroy target artifact. Do that. I mean, I would try to ignore this card to a greater degree, but they're at 13. I think it's very likely I'll be able to end this game quickly. Yeah, okay, we're almost out of lands. Truly, we're almost out of lands. There's 1 more fetchable that I can't fetch under Blood Moon. And then that's it, baby. Our deck should be pure gas after that. For the love of God. We should just go for lethal, though. I should regrow K-Command and discard everything to Frog here. Can I Kolaghan's command snap Kolaghan's command? Is that an available line right now? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah. Holy cannoli. Emrakul. It was Ulamog. We got him. Not what I would consider a great matchup, but totally winnable. We have a lot of cool tools for the matchup. I think Consign makes it a lot better. Okay, cool. I promise I won't miss another Planeswalker activation. Yeah. Let's get in for match number 2 here. Alright, I'll promise to do better this time. I feel like I just faced this person, so I'll say good luck again. Sand seems fine. It's funny to run into the same person, so... Again. Pitching Fury. They got Bombardiers off the bat, that's fine. Got a Bolt for that. Hopefully that means I don't have to force a Blood Moon. Likely, if they have Blood Moon in hand, though, they'd lead with that. Yeah. I don't know where they're getting this. Maybe they've watched my videos. Not the first time I've gotten that compliment. No play. Huh. It's possible they didn't keep the strongest hand. No shade. Ponder. Yeah. All good stuff. If they cast Blood Moon, I'll let it resolve, I think. And, well, no, because I really need a basic swamp. Rabble Master's good. Bolt number 2. Pretty nifty. I think resolving a Narset is more important than ignoring Blood Moon. So we'll give this a shot. This deck is really reliant on the One Ring these days. I think I'll diversify my answers here. Pick up Shieldred's Edict. It's a lot of mana. Fury's good. I mean, it's not the greatest exchange here, but I really try and wait to the last possible moment to use Shieldred's Edict. Ooh, nice. I'm kind of into brainstorming here. Yeah. Put back Jace and, I guess Nimble Obstructionist. Then I'm probably fine taking 6, right? Or is that crazy? I'm not sure. I'd also like to try and retain Nimble Obstructionist if I may. Yeah, let's Edict. Then if I just force whatever they do and land a Psychic Frog. Redraw Nimble. Trinisphere. Yeah, that's fine. Nimble doesn't, like, really get around Trinisphere, since the effect is still 3 mana, but still kind of cool. What the heck is this? Oh, Sulkin's on, okay. Not bad. Now it's just City of Traders. So, not the crazy coolest Kolaghan's command or anything. Should I draw Jace? Yeah, I should. Just hanging out here. Unlicensed Hearse. I'm not going to fight over that one either. Might seem strange. But yeah, it really just does not feel necessary. Alright, well. Go like that. Swing for 2. I feel like most 1/1 spirit tokens have flying, or I think of it that way because of Staff of the Storyteller, Lingering Souls, all that stuff. And I'm gonna do this now while Unlicensed Hearse is tapped. There we go. Force that. I probably should have cast Cling to Dust right there. That might have been a little silly. Cast Nimble. If there's a way to turn 1 card into 2 here, I can get lethal. Ponder, maybe. Bolt will do. Smash in the air. That was a little sloppy at the end. I should have put Snap in my hand for Force of Will or whatever, but I had full information. So I feel like I just rushed towards the end there. Alright, Consign to Memory is nice. Not only are there a lot of triggered abilities, so it can stand as like a removal spell for Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, but a lot of colorless spells too. Trinisphere, the One Ring, all that stuff. Fatal Push is nice, and then I like Opposition Agent too. Just having a Flash Threat is sweet. And then we can take out all these other black 1-drops. They will not be very impactful. One more cut. Usually Narset, but Narset has newfound utility in the matchup, despite being really hard to cast under Blood Moon. So I might be cutting Jace now instead, or I could cut Opposition Agent. I used to bring this in because I just didn't have anything else to bring in, you know? Yeah. Also, they don't even play Caves of Chaos Adventurer anymore. So sometimes that little extra value is no longer applicable. On the draw, I really look to have Force of Will. I don't have it. Triple Bolt. Gotta be good enough alongside Consign, right? Yep. So there are some things we absolutely have to counter here, which means I need to maybe wait on bolting broadside bombardiers. Another one, huh? Anything else? Yeah. That's what we were waiting for. Can't really afford to play around Blood Moon anymore, though. So we'll do that. And then bolt them both and hope their last card is not good. It wasn't, it was Chromox. That being said, they have some top decks that are ruinous, so we really want to top deck Force of Will here. Thanks. Yep. Oop. Yep. Life is pretty good. Feel so smug right now. It's possible they even cited out their Blood Moons. And if they're drawing lands, like, there's some tension between, like, yeah, just kind of running those out and making sure they, like, have stuff to do or can further develop their mana. That's fine. I'll bolt it. Bit of an even exchange here. Sure. All right. More weird tension, because I do want to start pushing damage. Maybe I should just do that. I have this Force of Will. Cool. 4-turn clock. Not doing anything until I hardcast Force. Yeah, I guess they were being cautious. That makes sense. Brainstorm. Great. Bowmasters. Let's keep this clock going. Next turn, if I draw that basic island again, I can cast Tameo and still hold up Force. The One Ring. They're at 3 now? Oh, okay. That's it for them. Alright. Cool. Alright, here we go. Match 3. 61 cards in the opponent's deck, which recently has met Oops All Spells, but they also just kept 7. So, I mean, a 7 with Oops All Spells is like, 1 Force of Will is not going to beat that. Know what I'm saying? Okay, it's not Oops All Spells. It's a Scalding Tarn deck with 61 cards in it. Who knows what that could mean? Time to employ the Great Equalizer. They have a response. Whenever Thoughtseize, the mere casting of it, inspires a response, I feel like it's already a job well done. Especially if they brainstorm here. Hell yeah, baby. Make uninformed decisions for me. Either that or you're a super proactive deck, but when you're a Tundra, I have my hard time believing. Yeah. Some consideration to take Brazen Barber there. But I just don't think in my Bowmaster's deck that's going to be a big deal. Okay, they did not hide Stoneforge Mystic on top of their deck either. It'll be a long time before we can cast Psychic Frog. So I suppose we'll gear up to Brainstorm and Shuffle. And I'll see if I can... Can like hold on to Lorien Revealed for as long as possible as well. Because if I can hardcast that, that'd be pretty rad. Okay, what did they hide on top? Probably Force of Will. They probably think I'm a scary combo. I am not a scary combo. I have at least one card I want to get rid of. Yeah, this is fine. A little bit of awkwardness drawing basic mountain there. If they don't play a land drop though, I'm pretty gung-ho exchanging one of my lands for wasteland. Yeah, they don't even make a land drop. Sure. Oh, could this be Stifle Knot? What is going on right now? Am I still recording? Is everything okay, everyone? 1 second. Yeah, everything was fine. I think my computer was more afraid of this Phyrexian Dreadnought than I was. Okay, so if I play around Daze, but they still have a Force of Will, which they probably hit on top of their deck, I could walk into taking 12, which I guess wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, we'll do that. The problem with taking 12 is that I'll have to be hyper vigilant about that Brazen Borrower. Okay, there goes the Force and the Brazen Borrower. So I think we can deduce that they don't have Daze. And now we can make this sweet little number of a play. Hehe, yeah. Keep them coming. Still not the worst exchange for them, because their enabler was not Stifle, it was Dress Down, which cantrips. So they're really not that out, you know, they're not that upset about the exchange. And we can get them to start using swords on Baleful Strix. Our long game is in really good shape. Now next turn I'll be like, check out this flip, and then cast Lorien Revealed. It's gonna be great. Alright, good exchange number 1. Esper. Not what I was expecting. A lot of these decks are Bant, because Uro just naturally fits in with the Stifle effects nicely. Okay, this is a problem if they have a Stifle. Well, I probably need to bounce that then. I don't want them having a 4/4 Annihilator 1 rolling around, even though it's very value negative. We'll just cast this Lorien Revealed, and hopefully have enough cards to grind this out. Or if I draw Narset, Cling to Dust. Don't want to proactively like spend 1 on that, but having that in the mix is really nice. And I'll play around Daze. These decks are known to have Daze in them. Great. Well, kind of. They still have another Swords in the mix there, so I'll have to fight through that somehow. But you can't Swords Chase. You really can't. They're also in this weird spot with their Wastelands. It appears they missed on land. They're going to evoke Null Drifter to draw through their Brainstorm lock, which is kind of cool for us, I think. If they make a land drop after this, I'll be very confused. Whoa, that is super interesting. So they wanted every card in the mix. That's how that works, right? Yeah, they put 2 back on top, and they drew 2 with their uncounterable divination. It really beats the hell out of me. Cast Jace. Great. Brainstorm. Not so great. If you look at it, though, I guess we've already used a lot of fetch lands. So I suppose the odds of finding more aren't incredibly high. And they're finally getting to the point where they can comfortably wasteland me. Yeah, they've been in daze. That's not going to help too much. Might mean they already have one in hand, though. So if Bowmasters runs into a daze, that could be a problem. But now that Jace is resolved, it's a little bit of a problem for them. They certainly have the power in their deck to pressure it off the field with like 12/12 tramplers, 4/4 flyers. But they'll have to fight through my interaction to do that. I don't know if they've incorporated stuff like the Shieldred's Edict and stuff like that. I don't know if they've done that. Dress down in their end step? That's not going to be what they want. Now Bolt can cleanly trade with Psychic Frog. Great. Brainstorm. Still not time for Psychic Frog. I don't want to cast Strix that badly either because of Dress Down. So let's put back that and I guess both Brainstorms. Well, I don't know. The selection could be nice in an emergency. But I'm not going to try to like run a Psychic Frog just to clear swords and then cast the second Psychic Frog. I'll edit that out. That is just stupid. But y'all know my old rule. When you untap with Jace, you win the game. Just some good old rage bait. Sneak this in. They jump through hoops just to get a Dreadnought in. Like, Jace can't unsummon it. Okay, there's the other swords. Does that mean Frog can ride? I feel like possibly. I mean, they're definitely a deck with 4 swords to plowshares. It's not, like, impossible for them to have a few more on deck. And they probably should be a little worried about this Brazen Barber. So yeah, I'll redraw. Smash for 4. No action? Huh. I really don't need these frogs to win the game. I think these other 2 cards are worse, though. Oh, man. What an embarrassment of riches. I don't think I've ever felt more rolled up in my life. And then I get to bring in 3 Pyroblasts. Somebody stop me? Ooh, Force of Will. May as well be a time walk. Another force. Play that. Bolt you. Okay. Seems fine. Alright. We might also have the demoralization edge here. Because that was insane. Consign to Memory. Pretty good in this matchup. Countering Dreadnought, I guess. Even though we kind of want it to resolve. We want them to jump through those hoops because we're very equipped to answer the resolved creature. But also, since Null Drifter is such a beating, any 2-for-1 really is good against Grixis. Fatal Push is nice. But yeah, them incorporating Psychic Frog, I think is just to their detriment. I'm glad they don't have Uro or anything like that. For this matchup, that is. It might be wildly successful in the meta at large. Yeah, to that end, I think we can cut our own Psychic Frogs if they're playing... We didn't even show them Psychic Frog. Are they really going to side out Swords to Plowshares, though? They kind of needed to clear the way. No, we showed them Bowmasters, and they have a hard time racing, ironically, when Bowmasters is active. So I don't think we can count on them cutting Swords to Plowshares. We can cut 1 Cling and 2 Force Wills, though. Nimble's on the wrong side of this equation. You don't want Stifles against the Stifle deck. Unless it has utility like Consign to Memory. I don't think I need 3 of them, though. I think 2 is fine. Meltdown is interesting. I don't think we really need it. They have a lot of threats that Meltdown does not address. We also did not see a single Doorkeeper Thrall. but they're likely in there. I think I'll go like that. Oh, you know, Jace probably isn't the best either. Or, no, Lightning Bolt. Ah, they slapped my hand out of the way. Okay, I mean, not a great hand against a Wasteland deck. But I'm a little twisted. Okay, we don't mind this kind of start. When they're like the kind of deck that they are. They're tempo-y. If they Wasteland my Undercity Sewers, then we're kind of where we were. Because that means they're not casting Dress Down. But it also puts me a little bit out from Kolaghan's Command, but not that out from Baleful Strix, which is also a big, nice check for Dreadnought. And if they Dress Down in combat, it's kind of a wash, because they don't trample and deal 11, but they also get to keep their Dreadnought. Land would be nice. Okay, that's not a bad draw either. Yep. Alright, we're looking pretty good. There's some tension between getting a mountain or a swamp with that mire. We'll see what they do here. Dreadnought plus Stifle. Okay, yeah, this could be a little scary. Down to 4 cards over there. We do have 2 answers. Kind of. We have a check and an answer. If they have days, that could be a little strange. If they have 2 dazes, very strange. If they Wasteland as well, we're just screwed. I wish I had a Force. But this is not a common situation. I don't like this pause. Yeah, alright. Well, looks like we're taking 12, folks. We gotta dodge Wasteland and another Daze here. And I guess another Dreadnought. Okay, so far we've dodged Wasteland. Can we dodge Daze again? If I top deck Force, I'm in a little bit better shape. A little wary about top decking Edict because of Doorkeeper Thrall. Alright, here goes nothing. Alright, I've been Delvered. I don't think anything changes here. Consigned Memory would have been pretty nice. Although I played a tap land on turn 1, so maybe that doesn't matter very much. Yeah, I'm inclined to run this back. We will play first. And our hand is pretty sick. I mean, there's no basic island. But as we saw last game, like, they had wastelands, but they couldn't even use them until, like, turn 8, because they needed a lot of mana to get their own thing going. I'll bolster red here, because we have basic swamp in the mix. Yeah. We're a little light on our own proactivity, but as normal, if you can just stop them from winning, we have better draws on average than they do. They do have a wasteland. They have Dreadnought Stifle and Psychic Frog and Force of Will. Well, I want them to commit Dreadnought Stifle, but Dress Down's like pretty value positive. Take Dress Down. There is danger in that hand. And they don't want Prismatic Ending, which makes sense. I don't think I would want it either. Let's start here. Okay, so that took care of Psychic Frog for us. Good stuff. I'll K command. And I can't think of anything that beats us here. I have to force Daze, unfortunately. Okay, they dropped Flooded Strand. What does that mean? Can they afford to wasteland me? They're gonna brainstorm. Does that mean they were holding 2 fetch lands? Sometimes there's nothing better to do. If they draw into monos or like land, or no, you can't do land. Dreadnought Stifle with only 2 cards. I mean, I'll be brainstorming next turn if they don't wasteland me. Oh, they have 2 wastelands? Yikes. Are we just gonna play that kind of magic? Okay, cool. Well, I have Force of Will, so just really need to draw some lands, and I think we'll be good. But until then, yeah. Are they brainstorm locked? No, they are not. Okay, this is getting weird. But we just need a land here. Okay, I should have been more specific, but it's a start. Need a blue source. We've only seen 2 so far, so I'm pretty optimistic about finding one. How about it? Hell yeah. I will force a Stifle as well. I want to play the game. I went from desperately wanting lands to feeling like I have too many in like a split second. Isn't that crazy? Aww. Now I'm not pushing damage. Okay. Not a bad draw. We're in a weird holding pattern here. What are you holding on to? Well, Consign would have lined up pretty nice against that anyways, but I think I have more live top decks than them. Ponder's fine. I'm not going to force that. After some tanking, they choose not to shuffle. Well, that's very concerning. Ooh. This is the kind of card that can run away with everything. If I can just dodge Null Drifter for 1 turn, it seems like I did. Get my Consign back online. Fatal Push also nice. See if I get my proc here. Dress down. Yeah, it's like treading water. Won't fight over it. Still pushing damage too. It's like Time Walk. Time Walk, lose 1 life. That card would be very playable. Yep. If I draw a Lightning Bolt, it'd be really nice to get their last 2 cards. Yeah, I might be able to get them to do something weird here. No, I can't. They're not going to try and beat my frog, right? I mean, it's always worth a shot. No. Maybe I should have played Polluted Delta. Then I could have surveilled. I think they drew that land for turn, which is very good for us. Because we are bricking our face off in this top deck war. Although Psychic Frog was a pretty darn good one. Probably should just discard these lands, you know? Ponder. Here we go. These aren't really going to be in reach. So I guess I should pick the one that has the most utility. And we'll be patient. I might discard the swamp, but I should try and be patient. I'm very used to this play pattern of only dealing 1 per turn. Baleful Strix was my most reliable win con for many years. So every version of this deck now just feels like incredibly fast. Super fast. Okay, speaking of which, I could just bounce it with Petty Theft, because Edict does so much more than Pyroblast. But like I have Null Drifter and Dreadnought kind of wrapped anyways. Alright. They might have a Daze in hand. Or 2 lands, I'm not sure. Alright, now I get that Pyroblast. Psychic Frog has now drawn 3 cards. I think. Alright. start discarding next turn. But yeah, I just don't want to be too hasty here. And there's only one frog potentially left in their deck if they're running all four. I almost never make a line like that, but I think it's warranted here. They also might have Stifle, because they're really tanking on this polluted delta activation. But I don't think that'd be very good. Land is not what is holding me back here. Yeah. We'll just keep this up. I hope I have an excuse to cast Petty Theft soon, because then I'll be able to cast Brazen Borrower and speed up this clock. Oh, there we go. That'll speed things up for sure. And once we get to a certain threshold, we can just turn Lightning Bolt into a direct damage spell to the opponent. Okay. Hopefully it's gained me, like, it's caused irreparable damage to the value axis of this matchup. And yeah, they have two cards that don't seem to be very proactive or useful, because I think they've been there for the whole good time. They've drawn almost all their swords. Okay, it wasn't a brainstorm, evidently. And now our clock is twice as fast, funny enough. Lorien revealed. I should cast that. And if I can tempt them into wastelanding too, that would be cool. Okay. Yeah, let's just chill. Feel ready for anything. Ponder's good, because it speeds up the clock. And Red Blast has actual targets here, like Dress Down, Fourth Psychic Frog. I don't need to be, like, constricting their options. So if it's a 1-for-1 that also speeds up my clock, I think that's permissible. And what, there's 2 more bolts in there too? Yeah, we might be able to just sneak through here, even if they get a huge creature down. If I can just get 1 point in and find one of the other 2 lightning bolts in my deck that has under 30 cards in it, I'll be feeling pretty good. They don't do anything. Does that mean Doorkeeper Thrall? I'll just attack with the army then. Though I could bounce it. That doesn't seem very good. I still have to play well, unfortunately. Throw some D up. Shuffle. I think I've seen almost all my lands between those 2 mires I just shuffled away. I know there's 1 basic island left. Badlands and Volcanic Island have both been hit by Wasteland. And I guess there's, what, 2 more fetch lands? Alright, we've been waiting for this moment. Let's see here. Oh yeah, 4 more fetch lands. I don't want to get beaten by 1 counterspell, so we are going to replicate 3 times. Send 2 at each. No Flusterstorm. Although I think it happened in another video, right? Or was that for Patreon? I can't remember. Someone pointed a Fluster at that similar situation, and I was able to get one going. Dreadnought dies to itself. Potent's at 1 on board. But you just know I got a little something in my hand. Okay. So game 2, I think, was a really good example of how scary this deck can be. It was like the most efficient Delvering I'd ever seen. That was like a turn 3 or 4 Goldfish. 12/12 trample, like that is, it's hard to stand up to. It is an argument for Fatal Push if this deck gets really consistent. But I also had a pretty slow progression. I played a tap land on turn 1, and I was under the Foot of Days the entire game, of which they had 2. So I think this matchup should be really good. However, I think game 2 was a really helpful illustration of what you need to be aware of when you're playing against it. Cool. Well, we're 3-0. Feels good. Match 4. Turn up the heat. No basic island in this hand either, but yeah, I think we'll be alright. Eldrazi Temple. Hit that Herald's End. I feel like this is the most common match 4 on the channel. Or probably just that it's a popular deck. Let's see what we can do. I like Baleful's tricks against this deck. Oh. Oh. That's so bad. Just the triple Lord situation is so strong. It reminds me of Merfolk. Just playing a bunch of and our draws have been abysmal. Playing a bunch of like Lord of Atlantis and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. If they suicide one of these into my Strix to push damage, that'd be okay, I guess. We do need to hit land drops too, though. Okay, let's just go to the next game. This is awful. Consigned Memory, Fatal Push, Blood Moon. We did not reveal red either, which is pretty important. Pretty sure they have Ivugan as well. So we can bring an opposition agent. One more cut. I go back and forth on Force of Will in this matchup. It's like nice to be able to stop Kozilek's Command and things like that. But also a lot of their Eldrazi come with cast triggers. And also Cavern of Souls is a big part of their plan. Very accessible thanks to Sowing Mycospawn. I'll cut a Thoughtseize. I love it. Love it, love it when you're one of Thoughtseizes in your opening hand. Nothing feels better than that. Opponent taking a mulligan. I'm only really going to be happy when they mull to 5, but they don't. Alright, here we go. They have Wasteland, that's annoying. Can they afford to, though? That's the real question. Take Mycospawn. Pretty easily. Diamond. Ditching the courtyard. Wastelanding me. Don't mind that. As long as we can hit our land drops. Should be pretty easy. Right? Right. Might even try to draw that Brazen Borrower, we'll see. You gonna Divination here? Yep. It's a little rough, but also could be a lot worse, you know? Okay, I'm pretty sure I want that Brazen Borrower now. Double Ancient Tomb? It's just so good. Well, at the same time though, maybe I already have a 3-1 beater in the air. Should just prioritize looking for another land drop, I think. See what land they get. They probably want some mana that they don't have to expend life for. Ivugan, sure. So what's the move here? I think it's pretty clearly cast Bowmasters. Edict and push damage. Yeah. And hope I don't get wastelanded or Mycospawned off red. Sure. It's a big creature. Land would be nice. Hell yeah. Okay. So probably want to swing in with Nimble Obstructionist at the end of turn here. Or if they tap Ancient Tomb, that'd be sweet. Okay, I'm not going to block right now, because if they don't play another creature, that gives me the reach I need. Yeah. Cool. That was the easy one. Kind of. They also cast an uncounterable divination on us, and we still got there, which is nice. I think I can trim the other Thoughtseize. It was pretty fortunate they wastelanded us that game. It's probably not going to happen again. Or maybe it will, I don't know. Yeah, I'll take the other force. We want them spending their mana. Ideally, even taking 2 damage when they spend their mana. We're hoping for Ancient Tomb. As always, our most reliable win con. Keep. Evasive Threat. Force of Will. Consign to Memory. Hook it up. And if they're playing Cavernous Souls, they probably don't have a turn 1 play. Which adds to our mirth. You could always mold a 4 too. Like Eldrazi has really strong 4-card hands. No. They're gone 5. Yavimaya. Pass. Okay. Brainstorm. That's a good one. My hand's already really good, but seeing more stuff, also cool. Now I like to try and save Consign for the ones with cast triggers, but also if they like cast Thought-Knot Seer or something here, it's going to be really hard to resist just hitting that with Consign to Memory. Thorn of Amethyst. It's an annoying card. I wish I could ignore it. But it doesn't seem wise. Okay, let's Slameo here. Still trying to get that to catch on. There we go. A second Thorn, I'm not going to fight over. Sowing Mycospawn is pretty annoying. But I'm not going to fight over a 3-3. What do they get here? This bypasses City of Traders too, because it's only when you play a land. Which is kind of annoying. Ayabugan, got it. Alright, let's see if we can overpower them here. Oh man. Can I wait a turn? I do have Force of Will, so I can probably wait a turn and get my Swamp. Ah, shoot. Alright. Yeah, we'll wait a turn. It that heralds the end. Dying with a Blood Moon in play is like my specialty. What else can they do this turn? They have 6 Eldrazi mana. If they don't do anything, I'll be so sad. Yeah, it's worth forcing for sure. I suppose I should see if I draw something better to pitch, though. No, certainly not. Force there. Can I afford to take 6? It might be the last spell they play. I mean, this might be the board we're dealing with for the rest of time here. I might need to block with Tameo. Alright, let's lock this board up. Oops. There we go. Yes, I intentionally did not play a land there. They can still cast Null Drifter. Nice, they're paralyzed. Nice. Oh my god. Things just keep getting better. Okay. Alright, that's back to a 3-3. Basic mountain, not really necessary. Alright, now we're crushing this race. Plus Tameo. Yeah, no, I don't need to play a land. I really don't. Alright, it's good enough for them. So a complete non-game in game 1, which is pretty normal. And then game 2s and 3s, we beat Eldrazi. I'm still struggling to like think of good commentary for this matchup, and I apologize to all the viewers, but it really does feel like one of the best mid-range decks in the format now, since it has bigger creatures than most mid-range decks. It's got more mana than most mid-range decks. Even like their interaction is accelerated thanks to Eldrazi Temple, and this being a or a Kindred instant. And also, yeah, they have one of the best answers in the format right now too, with Kozilek's Command. It ramps, it draws card, it is removal, it's Grave Hate. This deck really does it all, so we really have to try and fight them on their mana, or just get underneath them and have bigger creatures, which we can do with Psychic Frog, but you also have to dance around Kozilek's Command. So yeah, cool. Guess we're 4-0. Alright. In a cruel twist of fate, we're up against Trophy Leader Selec, who's probably also fighting for a trophy. So I will just be happy if I do not punt. That is my goal. But yeah, a combination of all these games in the heat certainly getting to me here. They're going to Thoughtseize me. That's fine. I have a well-rounded hand. Curious what they'll take. If they take Cling to Dust, I'll be very suspicious. But Thoughtseize kind of gives away that they're on their classic mono black, splashing for Frog. They take Ponder. That's super interesting. Will I take away my turn 1 play by doing that? Edict is a nice draw against this deck. A nice draw indeed. I will play Polluted Delta. One lander over there. Wonder what that means. Don't mind Nimble Obstructionist either. It's very likely they have something like Fatal Push, so I'm just going to hang back. Brainstorm at the end of their turn. They hit land. What does that mean? They have Psychic Frog. Okay. Might do something a little sneaky here. If I bolt and they discard 2 cards, and then I Edict, that'd be pretty cool, huh? But let's Brainstorm first. Okay. It's also somewhat likely they're sandbagging a Wasteland here. I think having Snapcaster Mage in the mix will be kind of nice. And then no guarantees will hit land number 3, so I guess by that logic we should also put back Snap, but I don't think I want too many Brainstorms in the mix here. Cast Bolt. They should be suspicious. Okay, Bowmaster's confirmed. Another Frog down, too. Alright, how about a land, huh? Okay. Ooh, they have Force of Will? Wild, okay. We're in a bit of trouble now. But they're also pretty low on cards. I gotta say, I was not expecting them to have more blue cards in the mix. So our Gambit did not really pay off. They also have Delver? No Wasteland, okay. That was a nice draw. Brainstorm. Not a bad spread here. Put back 1 land. Put back 2 lands? Yeah. More or less expected. Oh, that's a clock. They also have Force of Will, so that's pretty scary. Brazen Borrower's nice. Might have to go to 6 here. See what happens if I do that. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. How about that? Okay. See if we can hold on. Because I do have another removal spell. They're racing towards the end. Land would be great. Okay. We hit. I want my Psychic Frog back here. Then I'll hold up Cling to Dust and not get bullied by Wasteland. Super. Alright, we're ahead on cards officially. Yeah, they're bidding Daze. Very good to know about that. So maybe they don't have a Reanimate in hand? Or they already have a Daze in hand? It's hard to say. Yep. Taking Snapcaster Mage, huh? So I'm guessing they have another Fatal Push. Well, we'll start beating down with Brazen Borrower. Guess since we drew a land, we can do this as well. I'm expecting another Fatal Push. Yep. Alright, we kind of really want them to draw, like, Reanimate from this point. There's only one more Frog in their mix. Not bad for us. We also want to dodge Bowmasters. Especially since we're at 5. It's a little precarious. But we're untapping. Undercity Sewer is not great. Play it out. Keep that. Really don't like that they have their Bowmasters main board. I thought a lot of these decks were shifting them to the side. Okay. Nice. Everyone's at 5 life. Things are tense. We have converted game 1. Oh, I'm shaking. Didn't see a single Reanimate. They also have Delver of Secrets in their deck. Fatal Push is good. But bringing in Surgical seems really risky. There's a lot on the line. 1 second here. Yeah, I see Reanimate. Okay. And the clock is ticking. I'll cut a K command. We'll get low to the ground here. Hand is good. Despite there being some things we want to dodge. Ponder's not one of them. No Shuffle. No Grief. We have a lot of good draws. Land was not really one of them. But I think we'll be okay. I'm assuming this will be a Psychic Frog. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I'll Surveil at the end of turn here. This is not just game over. It's a good draw. So I don't really want to get Wastelanded 2 turns in a row, since they already have 2 mana, but also I don't want to sacrifice my Shuffle when I still have Brainstorm in hand. Okay, they're forcing. I respect it. I don't want to spin for Force Blue card. I really don't want to give them a card, even though it'll just bring them up to parity on their Frog, since they went 2 for 1 on this. Okay. They got a Frog hit last time and it turned out okay. No Wasteland. Delver. Got Bowmasters for that. If they have Bowmasters, that would not be good. Dang. Kind of need to do this before a Delver trigger, right? See if they do anything. No? Okay. Another Force. Huh. Their last card is Bowmaster, that'd be so bad. Yeah, I guess I just let that happen too. But things are looking... They had a strong tempo game to start with 2 forces. No flip. Go into combat. Here they come. Another Delver. Alright. Give me a break here. So many lands. Show me the goods. Okay, that's not so surprising. Gotta try and take these things out. And Pyroblast. Only half a force. 2 Bowmasters and Pyroblast. That'll be one hell of a turn if their Delvers don't flip. So we gotta hope for that. It'd be really nice if I had a blue card for this force. I'd be feeling pretty darn good. As it stands, we're kind of in trouble. Okay, now we just need them to not draw anything for their turn or for their Psychic Frog, which seems pretty far-fetched, but, I mean, not impossible. They're not discarding their Frog either, which is disappointing. They have Ponder, also worrying. No Shuffle. And another play. Oh, Murktide Regent? Well, can I let that stick around? Probably not. Do I just have to? I don't think I can afford that. So there's a land on top of my deck. Okay. What about this one? Cool. Man, this is scary. I don't want to draw that land. But if they don't have a way to deal with these Bowmasters, Psychic Frog drawing a card might be a little hard on them. Block there. Yep. Yeah, likely don't want Brainstorm. Ooh, they drew Bowmasters? Not good. Because I was hoping to draw a card off Cling to Dust. We're in trouble now. We need to find an answer to this Psychic Frog. Easy block. Sheoldred's Edict. I'll force that. Nile Spellbomb, huh? And Bolt. Brainstorm. Not good. I don't think this is good enough. God, it's so close. If there was a way to make Bowmasters like draw a card, we need to block. Then if they don't draw Bowmasters, we can beat the army in combat, and then Pyroblast Psychic Frog next turn. I guess I should do that before they have Force Blue card, right? Alright. Dang. Dang. God, so close. If I had held one of my lands back, I could have had 2 cards off that Brainstorm. Taking it to game 3 here. Forces out. Another Thoughtseize here. What else? I'll take the other K command too. Okay, this hand's pretty solid. It's a lot it can do, that's for sure. Start by running that out. Being on the play is pretty huge here. Alright. Brainstorm. Am I gonna have another chance to do this? Sure. I think I put back Surgical and Badlands. Yeah. Thought sees me? Sure. Hand is pretty darn redundant. They'll probably take Bowmasters. They agree. Alright, let's surveil. Yeah, I'll keep that. Sure. Thought sees you. Tricky hand. We're gonna have to play long, because we're not gonna get a frog going anytime soon, that's for sure. Good to know about days as well. Take Murktide Regent. It's the one I'm not currently equipped to fight. And then I'll cantrip right now as well. Okay. Well, if I can just hit that third land, I might have to turn Waterlogged Teachings into one. Yep. Not surprised to see that. If I can just top deck an answer though, that would be pretty sweet, huh? This is not good. I fear this is sliding out of our control. It's not too late just yet, but it's getting there. Resolves. They draw a card, feeling very ground out. They have a wasteland. This will just nuke their yard. I need to draw a card. I need to draw a lot of cards. Lorien Revealed. Well, that is a lot of cards, but like, it's not the right kind. So now I get Volcanic Island off this. Oh, sure. Seems like a fine time to do that. God, I'm nervous. No. Yeah, I feel it sliding away now. Days. Days. Yeah, now they can put a lot of those lands into Frog if they want. But if I can just hit an answer off the top of my deck, they'll kind of be low resources for a minute. Is it possible? Is it possible to top deck? Do have a lot of answers to this. They even have a check in Baleful Strix they can't even really deal with until, well, yeah, they have another land coming up. So please. Huh. Not quite, but I mean, it's something. Stop their Frog for one turn. They have 7 cards in hand. We have a lot of mana, but it feels like it's going to be really hard to catch up. They have an Edict. Yep. 6 cards in hand. Not liking my odds. Lightning Bolt. Yeah, it's not great. Shoot. We tried our best, though. They have another Frog. And a Ponder. Sure. They're also at 17, so I don't feel like I can swoop in and beat them out of nowhere. Another land. Yep, feels like the end pretty much. Another land. Oh, dude. Well, we had a good run up until now, but now it kind of does feel like we're losing steam here. Force of Will. I feel like I can't concede because there's a trophy on the line, but I mean, drawing 2 cards with Psychic Frog is like absolutely crazy. Don't think there's much coming back from this. I think we stumbled a little bit too much early. Because even if we draw a removal spell, there's just another Psychic Frog. There's 2 more Psychic Frogs. Ah, shoot. Cast Brainstorm. Yep. Bolt Bowmasters. 2 more bolts. Well, Strix, if you're watching, if these were fatal pushes, I guess I could fight back into this. 2 bolts put them to 9. It's nowhere near lethal. I can try and bait out Daze maybe with Cling to Dust. They're drawing 3 cards though. I feel like my best bet is like Bolt Frog. They discard 2 cards. Then Bolt again, they can't save it. Yeah, don't even fight. Okay, well, that saves me a card. Maybe I should have kept a hand with an answer to Frog. That might have been my mistake. Yeah, let's just pack it up. All right. All right. So we finish out 4-1. It's a pretty great record. It's been pretty much like that since MH3 came out, I feel like. What else? Deck is great. Let me know if I made any mistakes in that last one, because I feel like things were pretty good. And yeah, I probably should have just kept a better hand. All right, cool. Well, it's another league for the books, and I'll catch y'all next time.